The game is based on stories from the book The Seventh Planet, Galaxies and People, which is the first volume of the series Natural Principles of Life. Game description: Introduction to history. The player takes on the role of the Young Mage Astilus. To begin with, he will be the pilot of a spaceship called the Humble. The vehicle is intended for space-time travel using natural space-time portals, water and fire. The game takes place on the seventh planet of the Keron system, just after the great battle in which the people, despite using all their strength and combat resources, were defeated by the elite armies of cold-blooded Harpies and three-legged Mrons. The beautiful heavenly valley has become the grave for the remnants of the human species of Planet Keron. One of the survivors is the Young Mage Astilus. He resides inside the extinct Eternal Volcano, which they approached by the victors, the armies of Mrons and Harpies. Just before his death, the great mage Mrons Astilus' father gave his son the eternal mission, returning to Earth and saving the last planet inhabitable by humans. To do this, you need to complete several missions. The first one takes place on the seventh planet. Mission 1: Escape from the seventh planet. The magician Astilus must use his space-time ship called the Humble to leave the Eternal Volcano, which has been his home for many years. The walls are very fragile, so you can't shoot until the ship leaves the crater. The volcano is huge and not fully known to the young magician. The Humble was prepared to use the forces of natural portals, where fuel is almost not needed. Energy of all things is used for movement. To use it, you must first obtain an ancient artifact from Earth called the Natural Medallion on one of the next levels. Meanwhile, moving inside the volcano's crater, the vehicle consumes a lot of energy. To complete this mission and reach the top of crater, you must not only avoid falling and levitating obstacles, but also need to replenish your resources with fuel cells. Fortunately, old Merlin saw this coming and placed quite a few fuel cells in various parts of the extinct volcano. Just reach for them. In order to prevent enemy races from learning about Merlin's heritage, Astilus, after leaving the crater, must destroy the Eternal Volcano with a rocket that was specially prepared for this purpose by his father, the B-500MT rocket. But first, you have to find her. It is worth knowing that Laura, the artificial AI of the Humble will not allow you to move away from the mountain without destroying the top of the volcano. This will be the last and one of the easiest tasks of the first mission of the game. Limitations: time, fuel cells, collision with a rock, and attempt by the player to return to a lower level. This is not possible. Harpy vehicles during the fight on the platform inside the Eternal Volcano. Magic locks require a special key. Active fuel coils determine the duration of a given stage. Level 0: Acquiring skills. Level 0 is the simplest element of the game. Its purpose is to familiarize yourself with the principles of operation of individual game elements. The mechanics are relatively simple but worth practicing. Collect fuel cells avoid all other obstacles. Guide the rocket upwards, as high as possible, until you reach the next level. Level 1. Efficiency, Speed. The first level is similar to the 0 level, but the scale of the difficulty is moving between obstacles is much greater. You will need to be very skilled in controlling the humble ball. Levitating and falling rocks are a very big threat, and even touching them lightly will destroy the ship. Level 2. Intelligence, Patience. The second level is a continuation of the journey up the volcano, but this time you will have to overcome a maze. There you will find a place closed with a magic padlock. But do not worry, find the natural key and the padlock will open the passage. The lack of fuel cells at this level will be particularly acute, and time will not be on Astilus oil. The levitating walls of the maze will make unexpected movements in space, and even lightly touching the rocks will destroy the humble ball ship. Level 3. Fighting on the platforms of the Eternal Volcano. Objectives: obtaining an ancient artifact called the Natural Medallion, B 500 empty rocket, Astilus docked the humble ball at a corridor leading to the parallel volcanic channel. There waited a small oval vehicle used on Planet 7 for orbital and volcanic mining. With its help, the young magician Astilus will have to throw all foreign ships controlled by bloodthirsty harpies into the abyss. When fighting inside the Eternal Volcano, you must remember that its internal gravity works very unusual. After defeating the enemies, the hero will be able to jump into the one oncoming platform, which will take the victorious Astilus to the next level. A high level of intelligence will be needed for the natural forces of all things to guide the way to the Natural Medallion artifact. After defeating the enemies and reaching the Natural Medallion, the victorious Astilus will return to the humble ball to continue his journey towards the stars. Level 4. Reflexes and Intelligence. Goal: get out of the Eternal Volcano. Level 5. Levitation and Humility. That's all, but I'll be back. Bye bye.